Hi, I'm Ashley.
I'm Anna.
And this is Healing Wayward Women. In case you're new here, this is a safe space for all women to come, to be raw, show your dark side, bring your demons, and not have to face them alone. We're hoping to help and reach as many women as we can through our testimonies, our stories, and experiences, but we can only do that with the help of you. So if you would, please like, share, and follow. You can also follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Healing Wayward Women.
It's a tongue twister for her. It's good.
Okay. And this is our second time. We just totally recorded this video, and
it didn't record at all.
Yeah, it didn't record.
Yeah, we're really professional.
Okay, so I'm going to let Anna take it away because, as you can see,
it's a little different today, right? This isn't normally how I look. So I just had a massive surgery. I had to have my nose broke. The nasal passages widened, cartilage taken from my ear and grafted over to my nose, septum rebuilt, and I currently have these like 2 plastic pieces sewn into the inside of my nose to help it, stabilize. And this is a result of, if you've watched some videos before, you know that I've shared I was married to a professional boxer, somebody that fought at Madison Square Garden and MGM Grand and just the real deal. And I took a 7-minute beating from him, and he had both hands made of titanium. So it was a pretty brutal incident, and that happened in 2016, yet 2023, I'm having this surgery. He passed away in 2021, and, I'm still dealing with the results of staying with him and not knowing my worth or recognizing the red flags that I know I saw back then. It's just like I kept
make excuses for him.
Yeah, or saying, okay, Anna, you're being a little too harsh. Like, people can heal, perhaps, they haven't had the best people in their lives, so I'm going to show them love.
We change, so I
like
change,
we change,
so he can change.
And so it's just at the core of it, it is a beautiful thing, to want healing and change and want to be there for someone. That is a beautiful thing, but not when that someone is manipulating you emotionally and mentally, abusing you emotionally, mentally, physically. And so
isolating you.
I mean, I just, left a relationship, it was almost 2 years, and I really loved the gentleman and I'd known him for a long time, but yet it was, no physical abuse, but, there was a lot of toxicity between the two of us because, after my husband died, I just jumped right into a relationship with him. I had no, I didn't heal, I didn't grieve, I didn't focus on myself, I didn't look at what was making me, draw or attract these kind of men.
And you didn't see the red flags that he made or end up having. So
the universe gave me the lesson again. And so I don't hold any grudges, to this gentleman. I wish him the best, but the truth of the matter is, in these past few weeks being, just my boys and myself, it's been wonderful. It's been so freeing. I feel like I've been able to just even find myself in these few weeks.
And the whole vibe and the roar of the house is just, it just feels good.
It's just so light. There's no tension. There's not that thickness in the air. And, that stuff exists, whether some people can recognize it or not. And so
I think empaths, we are.
We're natural empaths and healers. And there are a lot of women that are naturally, extremely empathetic or have these intuitive gifts. And it's a beautiful quality of being a woman. But what I have not been able to do in my life is understand how to use that gift to protect and heal myself. I've tried to exhaust that gift to all these men that I try to love and try to heal and love, and trying to heal at the same time. It doesn't work.
Right. Yep. And empaths are usually very easily manipulated. Narcissists tend to seek out empaths. And because we are such healers, nurturers, and lovers,
we get ran over, really. And then, you just keep getting run over. And I'm one of those that just keep getting back up, you know what I mean? But it gets exhausting. It takes a piece of your soul, and you lose yourself. And I always say it like this. I always feel like, Anna's up there in the brain and I'm locked in this jail and I'm screaming to get out, but the other Anna autopilot's driving and nobody can hear me. And it really just feels like, I'm able to recognize now the mistakes I made and recognize those red flags, and not just recognize them, but learn from them and steer away from them. I'm not trying to justify this anymore. And I think that's so important as women. We have to understand that it doesn't make us cold-hearted. It doesn't make us bitches.
No.
It doesn't make us anything to stand up for ourselves, to set boundaries and say, you know what, this isn't okay. This isn't healthy for me. So I'm going to move on.
And or you, if you can't or speak what boundaries they're overstepping, and if they can't respect that, and then you walk away. You know?
It just creates this, at least in this relationship, it created this resentment. I began to resent him because it was like I couldn't be myself. He didn't like who Anna was. The things that, made him love me in the beginning, he didn't love anymore. And then he resented me because who I am, the empath, forces the man I'm with to look at himself, to grow. That's what I want. I want to grow as a human being, as a mother, as a woman, and evolve as human beings. That's what we should all do. But when you're with someone that doesn't want to face their demons or face their darkness or heal or grow or even recognize and acknowledge things, they begin to resent you for yours. And then they try to make you feel guilty for the work that you're doing on yourself. And that's, that's a problem within them, not within us.
I feel like if another person, doesn't have to be a man, but if they are constantly putting you down or threatening you or talking to you negatively, disrespectfully, then they are not in the place of healing or growth that they need to be, and that's just your sign.
Or no one's punching bags.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Like,
I'm
we take
not
more, and we endure more than what we should.
Yeah, we endure a lot. And so I guess for today, this video was about this consequence could have been a lot worse. I mean, honestly, he could have killed me, really, from this beating. I think I'm grateful that all it really was a surgery I had to have, because, I mean, most men couldn't survive what I went through. Honestly.
But I mean, there's more than that you've had to heal from.
Yeah,
and
there's a
lot. It wasn't just a surgery. There was,
I mean, there was a lot. He had a whole town believing he was something he wasn't, and I was the only one that was seeing the true colors. And I feel like I was just screaming for these people to recognize. I mean, my goodness, he worked for a Christian organization, like a huge Christian organization, teaching in Bible college.
Narcissist. I mean, I'll never understand why or how, but they are such smooth operators.
Charming.
They're so charming. They are so good at what they do, which is lying and deceiving. That they're the best thing to do is leave. That's the best
you
thing,
cannot
because
change
you will
them.
never ever prove. I mean, there might be some cases, but you will never really point your finger and prove. It doesn't matter how much proof you've got, because a narcissist will turn it around and put it on you, and you will drive yourself crazy.
And you don't have anything to prove.
And I've been there. I have been there, and I looked like a mad crazy lady. I really did, and no one wanted to believe the thing that I said. But I knew what was true, and it's heartbreaking. It kills your soul, your identity. It's just not worth it. And I'm 38, and I've said this before, I'm 38 years old now, and it took me 36 years to figure out my worth, and it's been an absolute game changer.
Yes, it has.
I'm not saying I don't struggle. I'm not saying I don't still fight my demons, but I'm saying I speak up for myself. I'm no longer the people pleaser I used to be, and I'm not going to let the disrespect that I have allowed for years to continue. I am going to speak. I'm going to hold whoever accountable, and if you can't respect me and my boundaries, then I have no time for you. So
I mean, plain simple. We're not rude. We're not stuck up. We're not bitches. We just are women that want to be valued, demand
appreciated,
respect,
valued.
So today it's know your worth.
Know your worth.
If you're in a situation where you're being physically abused, please reach out. Indiana has, like you said, the Julian Center. Reach out to us. We'd love to hear your stories. We'd love to be able to share some of your stories. We want this to be a community. There aren't really communities where women can get together and share kind of the darker parts of being a woman, the struggle of being a woman, because whether or not people admit it, everybody has demons, every single person. And we don't try to hide them or beat them. You have to learn how to live with them and just not, partake in that. And so we want to bring light to the fact that there's a lot of pain and suffering in this world, but we don't have to live in it. We can lift one another up. We can tell and share our stories to encourage the next woman.
Absolutely.
So
I will list in the description the Julian Center. And if you're in Indiana or around Indiana, I'll put the phone number and address to that, and along with the domestic violence hotline. And if you don't feel comfortable reaching out to either one of those, please reach out to us.
Yeah,
please
we're here.
email.
Seriously.
Yeah, please. So
it's Healing Wayward Women, and we appreciate your time, girls. Have a wonderful night.
Yep, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.